What's up? What's up? What's goody, guys? What's goody? What's goody? Sorry I'm late. Had to do a little shopping run. But we're here on this lovely Friday. Let's see if we can make some money today. I actually took some of these Gbpjpy buys, so had a decent start to the morning. So we'll start with pounds yen. So GJ is currently bullish. As you can see, we've made a bottom wick on the daily, broken yesterday's high, and we're continuing up to, this was my target yesterday, 199.25, around that area, around the top of this. This is a 4-hour zone right here, and obviously a daily resistance as well. But my target was this yellow area, so this 4-hour level. As you can see, we messed about a little bit. So we had the pound interest rates, we pushed up, we ranged a bit, finally broke the highs, and we're continuing up. So I'm anticipating we continue pushing until the end of the day. We need some structure, but I think we will continue bullish and come back into this. This is quite a strong resistance area, so this is where I'm targeting. Now, I should have held the buys, I could have held my buys, but if I'm not able to watch the charts or manage my trade, then I just close and then come back and start again. So that's what I'm looking to do this NY session to the end of the day. Just wait for some structure, wait for a support, a higher low, and then get back into the buys all the way up to my TP. Now, if GJ decides to create a lower high, something like yesterday where it didn't quite push up, where would it have been? Here, towards the end of the day, we were making highs, support, pushed up, but we kind of created a double top and then pulled back. So I wouldn't trade this. I'm not trading at this time anyway, but structure wise, I'm always considering when structure changes. So if price now creates, like here, we created a low, a high low, and then we broke it, and then we continued the downtrend structure. So if pound yen does something like that today, I'll be looking for a bit more of a pullback, but I would like to get in on the buys. I mean, it's Friday, hopefully don't have a Friday sell-off, but I would like price to continue pushing up. You have a clean range to the left as well. So let's see, we have a little resistance here, a little resistance, a bit off. Alright, let's go. Right here we have a resistance, and then further up. So yeah, pound yen, very bullish. Just gotta wait for NY now, I think, to provide some more volume and continue the buys up. Alright, gold. So gold is currently bearish. I had a little bit of a push during Asian session. In fact, I was actually watching Asian session last night, and gold was very erratic. I mean, it was pushing up and down 100 pips, like very quickly. Now we've made a new high. We broke yesterday's high, and we've pulled back into this lovely range that we managed to break out of yesterday. But we're just above it. So we had the 4-hour resistance here, which we've tapped into many times and then pushed back up. So I still think gold is bullish. Whether it decides to push up for the rest of the day, I'm not sure, and that's because of the 4-hour time frame. We've created a resistance, and we keep pushing into this daily flip and daily resistance area, and we're pushing down. So I'm not really sold on a direction for gold today. Just gonna have to wait and see if the lower time frames look a bit cleaner. but for now the 4 hour is not showing me any signs of anything. I mean, there's just too much to the left. If gold does want to continue down, then I would be targeting 33.66, like 33.65, this area down here. That's if the next 4 hour candle, if we close below the support, make a top wick, break the low, then I think we could pull back a little bit more. But really my bias on gold is more range than anything. So I don't mind taking sells to the bottom of the range, and I wouldn't mind taking buys up from the bottom of the range. Do you know what I mean? Or back to the highs. So 4 hour, it's just, this price action just doesn't look nice. Got this 4 hour level here. Let me clean it up a bit. Put a support. 8-4 support there. I'm not gonna have a resistance here because we've got this bearish candle right above, so I'm not going to put anything for the highs. But this, we do have a rejection area right here. All these wicks can have a rejection. We'll see how this candle closes anyway, but I kind of have a feeling it's going to be a chill day today. This looks like the best support down here. Most taps. But this might just be a Friday where I'm just sitting and watching, honestly. Yeah, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. That off. Just want to clean up the chart a bit. There's a lot of noise. 1 hour looks good. 1 hour does look good. Just a bit, just less support levels in between. But it didn't close below this 1 hour support right here. I don't know. I still think gold is quite bullish, to be honest. But this price action, this isn't really anything to work with. Let's see who's in the chat. Benny saying, what's good guys? What's up, Benny? Continuation pattern on GJ. I see it. I would have preferred if it didn't make this long bottom wick, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, I think pound yen is going to continue bullish. I mean, I thought that yesterday and it didn't, but I mean, we did push up eventually. So I think pound yen continues up today. Oh. Let's see what we got here. But gold, this has not been a smooth ride up for gold at all. This really hasn't been a smooth ride up. Gold has been really taking its time to push. Really taking its time. But I prefer buys, but I want to see how this 4 hour candle closes. If this 4 hour candle can close above this support, so like 30 pips away in the next hour or so. I think gold can push back up. Rosie, hey, how are you? How's everyone? Anyone catch any trades this morning? I took some GJ buys. I did. What's my entry? I actually don't remember. It's not like me. History. Yeah, I think gold's gonna push up today. Alright, so my trade 9:30. It's about 9:30. I think it's when it was breaking these highs. Yeah. So I missed. I was looking at buys on pound yen, but I actually missed a break of this high, and I got in a little bit higher. So my entry was actually 198.15, and I closed at 198.57. So my trade was 198.15 to 57. About 57. My trade this morning. Yeah. This was me. It's about, what was it, 42 pips. I made an iced coffee. It's really nice. But yeah, it was just based on being bullish on pound yen. We finally got the closure above. I didn't get an entry here. So when this 8 o'clock candle closed above, I was looking to get in when price broke the high. But as you can see, yeah, I missed that. Then I was looking to get in at the next break. Had a little pullback, but we respected this resistance. So I had a resistance right here. Price respected this resistance. Yeah, still closed above, which is textbook for me. So once we started pushing, like I said, I wanted to get in here, but it kind of jumped a little bit. So I got in, manual entry, and then just held it. Only reason I closed, so my target would have been, my target for the day, 199.25. I believe I put on my daily analysis. Yeah, it would have been up here. But I went out. I had to go out. I had to do some stuff today. That's why I'm late for the stream, and I didn't want to be distracted with this trade. Knowing that I couldn't manage it, but I got a good time anyway to let it push, then just ended up closing, and now I want to get into some more buys. Alright, what's everyone's thoughts on the markets today? What's everyone thinking? Gold buys, gold sells, where your target's at, GJ buys, GJ sells, where you think price is going. What's the plan? What's the plan? Said gold is just ranging. You prefer buys? I like the buys. You know, I do like the buys on gold. To be honest, I do, and that's because I think because we've already broken yesterday's high. I think right now we're just making a bottom wick. I think we're making a daily bottom wick, and we could push back up, flip bullish again, and just keep pushing. I mean, we have 8.5, nearly just under 9 hours left for this session, to the end of the day. And looking at the 4 hour, I think the 4 hours creating structure. So we've got this really strong support we've pushed up from. We had a very slow push up yesterday, but eventually we did push. We've made a high. We're pulling back from the highs. So I'm just waiting for a support, or this support potentially to be respected, and then we continue back up. That's my idea. That's the plan anyway. Do we have news today? No news today, so unless we have some crazy data drop, Trump says anything wild, I think we're gonna push up. Let me take a look at the dollar index. Alright, dollar index. Dollar index. I mean, it's ranging too. It's not really anything going on here. But it has been bearish. So if we respect this high and we push down again, I think gold continues up. But yeah, my main bias is definitely bias on gold. It's definitely bias on gold. Let me see what the weekly candle's saying. Yeah. No, we broke last week's high. I would love to close with a nice strong weekly candle body. Shit. Goldie. So it looks like gold has, if we're just looking at gold, so the 4-hour support is, I want gold to close above 33.88, right? If I'm just looking at immediate structure, we've got a support right here, 33.82, let's call it, just to round it up. I prefer round numbers, just easier. And then we've got an immediate resistance just above the daily flip at 3,400. So every time gold has pushed into the 3,400s, it's had a pullback. It's had a nice little pullback. We've got a clean range to the left. It's had a little, we've got a nice clean range to the left, so I think gold pushes up, honestly. Just got to wait for a nice setup. To be honest, this support here and breaking this high would have been a nice little entry. Would have been a nice little entry. I would like a pullback on GJ before more buys today. It looks that way. It looks like you're gonna get that as well. Looks like that's gonna happen. It'll be good if we get, you know, we've got that resistance above. We've got a pretty decent resistance right here, where it's at right now. So yeah, I agree. I would like, I can see it pulling back first before it continues. So let's see if GJ can close below this little minor support. I think it pulls back a little bit more. Pulls back. We have this whole clean range to the left. Maybe about 50% retracement. Just a bit of a retracement and then push back up. Love to see how this 4-hour candle is going to close to. What kind of body it's going to close with. Strong one, weak. Because with GJ, especially with the 4-hour time frame, if it fails to break the previous high, then we can see, you know, a candle in the opposite direction. But pound yen is definitely a slow mover. Look, yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a nice resistance, especially on the 1 hour. Cool. Back on gold. Left. Okay, new 15-minute candle just opening. So we're still trending up on gold, especially on the lower time frames. Look, respecting lows, breaking highs. I've just gotta wait. So like the 1 hour looks like a continuation pattern to the downside. It does. But where this candle closed with the indecision and it's a higher low, it's giving me more bullish signs, I think. But if it pushes down, breaks this low, then I think we can come down to this 1 hour support down here. But like I said, I'm leaning a bit more towards the buys for gold. Just a bit more towards the buys. But it's definitely going to depend on how this 4 hour candle closes, like where it closes. I really hope it doesn't close back in this range, right back like below 33.83. I really hope it doesn't. Stick with the 30-minute right here. So I'm thinking, if GJ gives me a closure below, I'm looking at some sells. Hopefully it doesn't close too far, maybe like 20-30 pip, but it would be counter trend, so I would look to be in and out of this trade very quickly. Sherlock, what's goody? What's goody? What up? How's the market been treating you? I don't know, I feel like the market's been alright, hasn't it? Stock market's been decent. No, I ain't really looked into it. Still above 6,000 S&P. Come on, Goldie, push. There we go, gold. Nice little push up on gold. 33.90. Did I see we tapped? Benny, I like gold buys right now. It's a good support and higher low. Facts. It is. And you know what? I did like this entry right here. 33.88. This actually would have been a nice entry. Should have pulled the trigger. Damn it. Does look good. Alright, so missed gold. Might get pound yen. Might get pound yen. Still waiting for that closure below. Quick in and out. 10, 20 pips on GJ. Little counter trend trades. Snatch some pips. Alright, so let's keep an eye on the price. As long as the price closes below 198.52. Price right here. Oh man. Alright, how far is gold pushing up? Retrace this whole drop. Back to the daily flip. Flip bullish on the daily. And then close bullish for the day. That's what I'm looking for today. This 4-hour candle flips bullish as well. Buyers are looking real nice. Real nice. Okay, GJ's below that support. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I like this. Okay, 5 minutes to go. That's when we see the most action these days. Last couple minutes of the candle. Unfortunately for gold now, 90 pip candle, 68 pips to the resistance. This range is too small for me to take some buys right now. Down here would have been the perfect entry. It actually would have been the perfect entry. It's actually quite annoying. But the good thing is, if it plays out, the analysis was correct. That's always a plus sign. Alright, see if GJ can give us some pips today. Gold. Alright, I want to see GJ. Now, does this candle, this 4-hour candle, come back down and flip bearish? It's a whole 30 minutes. And create a lower high. Find out in 3 minutes. Damn, gold. Definitely got to play this range today. Definitely got to play this range. Okay, 4 hours bullish, or just about. Okay, it's pulling back a little bit. Okay, 1 minute to go. Rosie, I'm ready for GJ. You know what? I'm getting ready for GJ too. Because I don't, yeah, I'm not going to get these gold buys. The range is too tight. And we've got a resistance here, then one right above, then one right here. You see the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to have to actually take gold buys if price closes. I need to clear this range, unfortunately. Seems quite high up actually. It's like another 100 pips. Seems high up, but GJ retracement definitely looks good. Alright, so I'll need a top wick, and then I'm gonna get in when price breaks this low. Hopefully it doesn't just open and pop and just drop. Open, pull back. No. GJ, behave. Come on. Just a top wick. Top wick. Even a retest of this broken support would be just wonderful. But what's going on? Oh, Fridays, eh? It gave us the minutest top wick. Ooh, gold. No bottom wick. Is that bottom wick there? no bottom wick, we're just moving. If pound yen comes back up, creates a longer top wick, and then re-breaks the low, I'm gonna get in. Just for at least a bit of a pullback here. But gold is just gone. 33.99. Jesus. Oh, I want to make that same face, Benny. Trust me. I want to make that same face. Everything just left us. Well, at least the sun is out, eh? At least the sun is out. Alright. Retested the daily flip, or we think gold is pushing? I want to see what happens when it gets to this resistance. If it rejects or if it just blasts through. Because right now, when structures like this, I tend to put a line just to connect the highs as closely as possible. This will be something like this. See where I can get the most taps. Connect the highs. So it'll be something like that. But if we can break, another way to get in when prices is making these like the highs like this is if it breaks. So it breaks, pulls back, and then boom. Let's see if that happens now. Would have to break above this, just this resistance, closure above here, and then pull back and then push up. Let's see. I used to use a strategy similar to this. It was on the 5 minute. But it just wasn't, it did have a decent win rate, it just didn't happen a lot. It didn't happen a lot. If we can close above 3,400, that would be great. Because every time we've come into the 3,400s, we've had a sharp pullback out of this price level, this price area. Look, 3,400s. Next day, straight out into the 3,400s, straight out. So if we can push up today, push up. Maybe Monday we'll drop back out. Look at this 4-hour candle. Oh no, gold should push. Gold should push. This 4-hour creates a higher low. I'm saying 34.32 today. Yep, all the way up here. This next 4-hour resistance. Yes. Now I know we don't have any news today. Let me just check the calendar. Nothing. So just price action. Yeah, GJ's it's not pulling back, is it? But I mean, it's only been 6 minutes into this candle. You never know. Never know. Alright, so we're at the daily flip. Now we'll see if gold breaks this level. This is not serious, man. Can you even give us a little top wick? What time frame would be the break and retest? Trend line, I guess, and retest. It would be on the 30-minute because I'm using the 30-minute highs. On the 30-minute. Like, well, we close out. That's where I would like to see it, yeah. So what next? Because this wouldn't really, if I just clean it up. And if it doesn't close above this line, then potentially we get a lower high and resistance formed below, and then we sell back down. So literally just playing this range. But looks like price is struggling at the daily flip. Bit of a struggle here. I mean, there's so much time left in this candle too. I mean, another 20 minutes. Anything can happen in 20 minutes. Let me check my trusty Twitter feed. Oh, GJ. I'm coming back for this top wick finally. Looks like price for gold, let me just go back to gold, looks like it's really struggling to continue past this 3400 price. Looks like it's struggling. There we go. Go on, push, push, push. Give us a nice little push. So, I mean, if we close below this resistance here, 3405, then I wouldn't take any buys just yet unless I definitely got this retest of here and then the candle. So the candle would have to close above, retest, and then start pushing up and then break this candle's high, and then I'll probably look to get into buys. If not, then I want a closure above 3405, is what I was saying earlier, because then this is the high of the day right here. So if we can get a closure above, if I can get a closure above on gold, perfect. I'll be all in. We're struggling, look, we're tapping into these little minor resistances and pulling back. This is a hard push. But I have a plan. If the plan goes well, ooh, look, see the 15 minute close below. Let's see what this 15 minute does. Yeah, I'm not liking how this fits. So maybe a little pullback from here. you won't see me have trend lines often, but when you have multiple resistances to the left or multiple supports to the left and they're in very close proximity of each other, then I'll just mark the highs like as close as possible. Just try to touch all of these candles. I mean, look, we don't even have a bottom wick on this 130 candle, so I think gold might just want to play this range. Hopefully not all day. Hopefully not all day, but I mean, yesterday we were dealing with this range. It was just up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, yesterday was not really tradable. It really wasn't tradable. Look, what is this? And then we had a push at what, 8:30? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh shoot, was it just coming down for the bottom wick? Ooh. How far is this thing gonna drop? Jeez, what a rejection. So this is the kind of things it was doing during Asian session. And this was around, where was it? It was around here. It was popping, like it pushed up, then it would swing all the way back down, then it would push back up. It was nuts last night. I don't know if it was just because it was market open or what, but yeah, made me not really want to mess with gold during Asian session, especially close to that time. Look at that. That was a mad little drop. Maybe just that 30-minute bottom wick. But wow. That was a mad drop, man. Crazy moment. I mean, shoot. You can expect anything from gold. This is why stuff like this, movement like this, is why you need to have real good stop losses. But even that drop, your stops could have been slipped. That was a real sharp drop. Just look, 5 minute. Damn, look at that. Right at the end of the 5. This must be like a 1-2 minute candle, because it's, yeah, probably like a minute. I don't know if I can go that low. I must go to the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, 1 minute. 92 pips. Alright, we heading back down, refilling this wick. Looks so. So, are we rejecting 3400? Were we rejecting the daily flip? Well, remember, every time we've come into the 3400s, like I said, we've had a strong push down, but we were further up. We had higher prices when we were falling. So I don't know if we get that same kind of bearish drop today, or if we push up and it happens on Monday. But I don't think I might not trade today. You know, I might not trade for the rest of the day. I don't trust this price action. Very rangy week. chilling. Right, I think the 4-hour flips bearish at 198.35. Did we push down that much? No. Came close to the 4-hour candle open. Yeah, I don't know about the gold buys anymore. I don't know about the gold buys. Let's see how this 4-hour candle closes. We've got 7 minutes. If it closes bullish, maybe. But then if it closes bearish and it respects these wicks, these 4-hour top wicks, I think we just continue to play the range for the rest of the day. There's not really any direction right now. Nothing solids. Daily's bearish. 4 hours weak bullish. 1 hour's tapped into the resistances. Let's see where these Asian levels are. Okay, so the push up was from the Asian lows. I haven't really paid attention to that today, but if I did see that, potentially these buys would have looked way better. Way better. Ooh, Goldie, yeah, you saw that, right? I know you watched the 5-minute time frame too. Gold did something real crazy. Real crazy just now. In fact, look at it on the 1 minute. Okay, back to 33.97. These drops are very sharp. Pound yen pulling all the way back up. Finally. But towards the end of this candle with 4 minutes left, I definitely wouldn't take a break of these lows again now. No. Alright, let's start planning for the rest of the day right here. Okay. Weekly. Gold is bearish on the daily 4-hour. See how this 4-hour candle closes. But I mean, if the 4-hour candle closes bearish, we're gonna have a lower high right here. And if you're looking at the trend of the candle, it's respected the previous high, but it's broken the previous low. So I'm kind of anticipating the next 4-hour candle potentially to stay in this range as well. 30-minute time frame, we're just sideways. We actually have, if I'm just going from the high here, so we've got a high, a low. We do have a high here, but I'll move to the highest point. And then we've made a low which is lower than this last low. So if we make a lower high here, we could continue down like this. But I would actually be targeting, oh, not that, right down here. It's going to continue to sell. And then obviously we have this downtrend line where we're making lower highs too. So this might be a day where you just look at the markets and you say, you know what, it's not clear, so you just let it be. But if gold does break out of this range, if it closes above, I still maintain, if it breaks up into the 3400s, above 3405, I will be looking for buys. So what I'll do is I'm gonna have a resistance, because I ain't about to watch this thing all day. And then I'll set an alert. And then it's crossing. You just say it's crossing, or no. Making a new high. So I know why I've set that alert. Boom. So if price does get up here, I get a little notification. Boop. I know I might be getting into some buys depending on what time, if the candle's closing, etc. Follow my strategy. For the sells, it would have to be a closure below 33.81. Even though there's this to the left, like this noise to the left, it would be based on breaking the 4-hour low. That's what the sells would be based on, breaking the 4-hour low. So look, we closed bearish, got a lower high here, could get a wick fill. If we get a wick fill, we break the low, then I'm aiming for 33.65. But yeah, it'd have to be a closure below. And then on pound yen, look how this 4 hours closed. Long rejection wick at the top, so I would like a bit of a push up, make a top wick, and then I think pound yen continues to pull back and we create a lower high on the 4 hour. Potentially retest 197.9, so like 40 pips away, which is not big at all. But I think we get a pullback on pound yen today. But yeah, that's me for today, guys. That's me. I'm gonna be very careful today because of this price action. Honestly, I would advise you do the same. Be safe out here, because this gold drop, this gold drop. If we was in these buys, it probably would have been out anyway, because we're at these resistances. But it was a very sharp pullback. But have a good weekend. Let me know how you guys get on today. If you do find any trades, you know what I mean, drop it in the Discord. Let me know. I do like to see other people's trades and analysis. I get a lot of people that you know, talk to me privately, send me private messages. So yeah, hit me up. Very curious to see how this day plays out though. Alright guys, have a good one. Thanks. Yep, Rosie. Bye. See you guys.